Hi, I'm Andy Glass with WorkshopAddict.com. Better late than never, but Woodpeckers is bringing back their precision framing squares for another production run. These are a past one-time tool, and every now and again they bring them out for another production run. There's no guarantee that there will be another production run in the future, so if you can justify the investment and you would like one, I highly recommend jumping down and grabbing the link in the description and heading over to woodpeck.com. That is Woodpecker's website. Now, before we jump into the framing squares themselves, let's talk a little bit about Woodpeckers and their one-time tool. Woodpeckers is known for extremely precise and high tolerance products that specifically deal with woodworking and other markets out there. I myself have many regular production Woodpeckers tools, as well as a handful of one-time tools. They're extremely high quality, they're durable, and they're meant for precision woodworking. Now, one-time tools, they have a line of products that are one-time tools. Woodpecker comes up with an idea, they revamp it over many months, potentially years, and they come up and perfect this idea, whether it's a large framing square, whether it's a doweling jig, devices to help set up your table saw. They make that product and idea and concept perfect. And then they bring it to their production facility in Columbus, Ohio, and they run it through extremely high quality, high tolerance CNC machines. Then they send them out to get their Woodpecker red anodizing. They bring them back in, and then they get precision laser engraved to just hold that tolerance as well. Now, one-time tool obviously states that they make this one-time tool. Now, it's not in their regular production run, so they have to revamp all their tooling, all their molding, all their holding, fixturing, etc. in their mills. So what they do is they come up with this idea. Like I said, they now bring it into production. They hold pre-order sales, so they now know exactly how many they need to produce. They produce a little bit of extra, and then once that tool is produced, it goes away and it is retired. With some exceptions, some of the tools that they bring back, including the very popular precision framing squares. So when they bring them back, they do the exact same thing. They hold a pre-order window, deadline, and folks and consumers like myself and you guys can order these tools, and then once the production is complete, they will ship them out to you. Now again, there's no guarantee that these one-time tools will ever go back into production. If there is a demand for it, you may see it and you may not. So if you see a one-time tool that you are interested and you can justify the expense, I highly recommend jumping on it. These precision framing squares come in two different sizes. The smaller one is 18 by 12 and the larger one is 26 by 16. They are made from aircraft grade aluminum on a very high quality CNC that precision mills these to 1/1000th of an inch tolerance across the entire length of the square. Regardless how you purchase these, Woodpeckers includes a CNC'd chunk of MDF for storage and layout, as well as that's how they come in shipping. They're very nice. The other Woodpecker stuff I have hung them on the wall in the past, just simply screwed them to my OSB wall. And then also here in this shop, I have them in drawers. So most likely for this one, I'm going to put this entire deal in one large drawer in my future assembly table and have the access to them pretty easily. This MDF molded case has some clear plexiglass discs that rotate to lock the squares in place, or you can open them up obviously to take them out and utilize them. Why do you need such a high quality, precise framing square? Well, when you want something at 90 degrees, you want it at 90 degrees. And with the low tolerances of these framing squares by Woodpecker, you get exactly that. They are excellent for assembly, large 90-degree joints, caseworks, anything that you need that 90-degree joint, it's going to help tremendously during assemblies. Cross-cutting plywood is an excellent use for these when you're aligning a track for a circular saw to run across or a track saw. You simply put the large framing squares against that plywood. It's going to give you a nice registration service for that guide or for that track guide, and then you know exactly that that saw curve is going to be perfectly 90 degrees to that plywood edge. Also layout, you can simply use these for high quality layout, and you know that the lines you draw are square to whatever reference surface you are on. Also, tool setup, tool layout, especially the MFT3 by Festool. It basically is a cross-cutting table that really excels in the medium width items that you want to cross-cut with the track saw by Festool. It has a rail and a guide that you're able to register 90 degrees to, or multiple other angles, but it's kind of a bugger to get your rail and your guide at 90 degrees using traditional kind of subpar quality or tolerance assembly and framing squares. These are going to make that task a breeze to do, so I'm super excited about that. As I mentioned earlier, the deadline to order this production run is October 10th. There's no guarantee that there will be another production run in the future. This is a one-time tool. They bring them back every now and again if the demand is there. So if you can justify the purchase, I highly recommend jumping on that deadline and getting on woodpeck.com and ordering one. They are an investment. They are expensive, but you get what you pay for. They are extremely well built, and obviously they come with extreme precision and low tolerances. And if that's something your workshop desires, or you would like to know that you are exactly 90 degrees, again, I highly recommend checking them out. I own a handful of one-time tools as well as dozens and dozens of regular woodpecker products. So I'm Andy Glass with Workshop Addict. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I'll be happy to provide some feedback. We strongly encourage you to follow us on social media as we have tool updates, project updates, and exclusive social media giveaways. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please smash that like button, share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.